In a small village nestled at the foot of the majestic Kilimanjaro, there lived a girl named Nia. Her beauty was legendary. Her eyes sparkled like the stars, her skin glowed like the morning sun, and her smile could melt the hardest of hearts. Yet Nia's beauty was also her curse. It intimidated the suitors who could have offered her a stable life, especially the wealthy men who felt unworthy of her. Despite her beauty, Nia lived a humble life with her mother, Mama Amina. Mama Amina, a wise and devout woman, always reminded Nia that beauty was a gift from the gods to be cherished and protected. She warned Nia about the dangers of vanity and the need to guard her heart against those who might seek to exploit her beauty for their own gain. One bustling market day, an enigmatic stranger arrived in the village. He was tall, with a commanding presence and an air of mystery that captivated everyone. His name was Jabari, a wealthy merchant known throughout the region for his immense wealth and lavish lifestyle. His arrival caused quite a stir, and all the young women, including Nia, were curious about him. Jabari, too, was captivated by Nia's beauty. He began to court her with gifts that dazzled her and the entire village: gold jewelry, silk dresses, and exotic perfumes. Despite Mama Amina's growing unease, Nia was flattered by the attention and overwhelmed by the splendor. She found herself falling for Jabari's charm and the dream of a life she had never known. Jabari's courtship was swift. Within a month, he proposed to Nia, promising her a life of luxury and endless happiness. Blinded by his charm and the promise of a life of opulence, Nia accepted his proposal despite her mother's warnings. The village buzzed with excitement as preparations for the grand wedding began. However, Mama Amina's heart was heavy with concern. She felt an inexplicable unease about Jabari, a sense that something was terribly wrong. But Nia, intoxicated by the dream of a glamorous life, brushed off her mother's concerns. Nia's wedding was the most extravagant event the village had ever seen. Jabari took her to his magnificent mansion, a palace of opulence and grandeur. For a month, Nia lived like a queen, surrounded by luxury and indulgence. Yet, beneath the surface of this fairy tale existence, dark forces were at play. Jabari had made a pact with malevolent spirits, promising to sacrifice a beautiful maiden in exchange for his prosperity. Nia was to be the sacrificial lamb, the price for Jabari's continued wealth and power. As the days passed, Nia began to notice strange occurrences: whispers in the corridors, shadows that seemed to move on their own, and an oppressive atmosphere that grew heavier each day. Her dreams were haunted by terrifying visions, and she felt an impending sense of doom. Back in the village, Mama Amina could not shake the feeling that her daughter was in danger. Guided by a mother's intuition and a deep sense of unease, she decided to visit Nia. As she approached Jabari's mansion, she was horrified by the dark aura that surrounded it. She could feel the malevolent energy and knew that something was terribly wrong. Mama Amina found Nia in a state of distress and fear. With a stern yet loving voice, she demanded that Nia tell her everything. Nia poured out her heart, revealing the strange occurrences and her growing terror. Mama Amina, a woman of strong faith and wisdom, immediately knew that her daughter was in grave danger. Determined to save her daughter, Mama Amina began to pray fervently. She called upon the spirits of their ancestors, seeking protection and guidance. She invoked the name of God, asking for strength and courage to confront the evil that threatened her daughter. As Mama Amina prayed, a powerful light began to emanate from her, filling the room with a warm, comforting glow. The malevolent spirits, unable to withstand the power of her faith and love, began to retreat. Jabari, who had been preparing for the sacrifice, was struck by the intensity of Mama Amina's prayers and found himself powerless against it. With newfound strength, Mama Amina confronted Jabari. She demanded that he release Nia from his sinister pact and face the consequences of his actions. Jabari, seeing the error of his ways and overwhelmed by guilt and fear, confessed his dark secret. He begged for forgiveness, knowing that he had been wrong to succumb to greed and vanity. Mama Amina, though filled with anger, also saw a man broken by his own choices. She offered him a chance at redemption, urging him to renounce his pact with the spirits and seek a path of righteousness. Jabari, humbled and repentant, agreed. With the malevolent spirits banished and Jabari's pact broken, the dark aura surrounding the mansion lifted. Nia was freed from her impending doom, and the oppressive atmosphere was replaced by a sense of peace and hope. Jabari, now a changed man, dedicated his life to making amends and helping those in need. Nia and her mother returned to their village, where they were welcomed with open arms. Nia had learned a valuable lesson about the dangers of vanity and the importance of heeding her mother's wisdom. She vowed to live a life of humility and gratitude, cherishing the love and support of her family. Years passed, and Nia's story became a legend in the village. She eventually found true love with a kind and humble man who valued her for who she was, not for her beauty. Together, they built a life filled with love, respect, and mutual understanding.